This is Attack to Talk.
Hey.
And hello, everyone.
Wow.
My name is AJ, your host.
Currently have 7 viewers.
And joining me are my good friends.
Hi, I'm Lexi.
Oh my God, you can see my eyes. Hi, I'm Zach.
Yes, we can see your eyes, Zach. And I want to ask you, Zach, right now, how are you feeling, buddy?
Fired up!
Got it. Yeah. All right.
I felt good.
So, got that out of our system now. Lexi, do you want to top that? How are you feeling?
11:23.
No, thank you. But
Sorry, Kiren.
got to see it through. Thank you, Kiren.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
I'm feeling good. Once again, I had a good nap.
Beautiful. Naps are important. We talked about that in our most recent
Yeah, we had like
audio
a
podcast
20-minute
I didn't get to
tangent
take one.
about naps.
As you can see here, this is already like your fourth yawn.
Hey, that's not very fired up of you.
Yeah, so yeah, Eddie.
Hey, liquid death will get me through it.
All right, guys. So
Not sponsored, but we would love to be.
welcome to our first live stream and our first video podcast episode that we are doing. Again, we are very excited for you guys to be here and very excited for today's episode because we are going through...
Yeah, Eddie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Love
today
that.
we will be beginning season 2 of Attack on Titan, focusing on the first part of episode 1, which is called Beast Titan. Woo!
Yeah.
Crazy episode.
Yeah.
Part 1, version 2.
Beast
This is
Titan.
part 1,
Yeah.
version 2 of our first
Yeah.
live stream, version 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Again, warning as we do before every episode, there is a good chance of spoiler talk in this episode. Now we're going to go through all the recap again, and we're also going to go through all of the results for the poll question, as well as the Spotify responses, because we got to go through that again. If we're going through this episode again, we got to go through the responses again. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and let Lex and Zach take it away. You guys decide who wants to go first while I enjoy some death.
Zach's pointing a gun at me, so I guess I have to.
Yes.
So,
Ooh, nice.
I was like, crack.
ooh, that was crisp. Hopefully the mic heard it well enough.
I'm like,
So yeah, you have to hide your phone. You should get the privacy screen. So this time I'll do a little bit different. I'll start off with Spotify since they have the direct quotes are from Spotify because
Yeah,
Instagram has
You're limited to a certain amount of characters.
a character cap. So the poll we asked you this past week was, which point of view regarding war do you agree with? And we have Armin, quote, "We have to abandon our humanity. What we fight, we become." And Jean, quote, "If the fight turns us into monsters, maybe we don't deserve to win."
Two completely different perspectives from
Yeah.
two obviously very different characters.
They're
right?
both pretty observant characters.
But I
As
feel
much
like-
as Jean seems like an idiot, he does.
Well, that's the
does
thing
have a
here
brain.
is that I feel like both responses or both quotes here from each character is kind of like out of character from them.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing that's interesting. That's why it's such an interesting quote.
That's why I'm
from
glad we
both of them,
chose this as our
right?
as our poll question.
little question here, because we knew that it was going to be an interesting question, right? To see how our, viewers and how our followers, how they will feel about this certain war tactic, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know, but I'm interested to know the responses again.
So Spotify isn't showing the percentages, but I will say that it's a little bit different than last time.
it's because
Jean,
voted.
okay, Jean is winning. Most people voted Jean, but Armin is
Let's see if I could just change the vote right now.
yeah. Let's see if we could just get a little more
We'll have to
overwhelming.
refresh it.
Oh, you're gonna have to refresh it.
Okay, I could do that.
Make your votes now.
I don't mind it because I know it. I know what you're gonna vote, and
Make
it's
it a longer
what
process.
I agree with.
Everyone vote right now.
Oh, refresh that.
Okay.
Refresh that.
Oh,
Refresh that.
Yeah.
okay.
Refresh that.
Now they're perfectly even.
Yeah.
Now they're perfectly even.
I'm gonna keep checking it now.
You didn't vote for what I thought you were gonna vote for, you traitor.
What are you talking about?
Damn you. You
What are
traitor.
you talking about?
What did we talk about? You know what? I can't. There's not even any evidence.
There's no
because
evidence. Go ahead and tell us what the percentage here is.
Perfectly
50-50.
balanced, as
50-50.
all things should be.
Yeah.
It is 50-50.
50-50 on spot.
Perfect balance on spot.
Okay.
And then moving over to Instagram, Same question. Which viewpoint regarding war do you agree with?
Yeah.
Abandon your humanity, become what you fight, or victory isn't deserved if it turns us into monsters. And 48% was abandon your humanity. 52% was victory isn't deserved if it turns into monsters. So overall, Jean wins.
Yeah. Both are very, very close.
But very close.
So, okay, you told me why. Oh, you
'Cause
change your vote, you traitor.
I
That's
think
not
it
right.
depends. Yeah.
What was my reasoning behind the first time we talked about it? Just purely just biasm.
Yeah, you had bias.
For me, I'm not a confrontational person. For me, I would like to try to logically go about solving a certain situation. And again, I had to reflect and think about the quote and think about the tactic and stuff, right? And I'm not as willing to go ahead and just like completely dive in and be like, look, if this is what we have to do to win and you know, become this absolute rage monster that is willing to sacrifice lives, that's not something that I can carry with me going forward. So, you know, this is I'm able to kind of go back on my answer here and actually think about it. But it's hard because
you guys in chat can let
Armin,
us know what you guys voted for.
you know, Armin's my guy.
It's crazy to see how one conversation can alter what your initial pick
Well, actually
is.
thinking about it, you know, and
Yeah.
kind of placing yourself in the situation at hand. But yeah, so again, for the sake of the podcast episode here, let's go ahead and let's dive into what the rest of us answered.
I feel like if you don't know what I answered, like just initially, you already know. Fire with fire.
Yeah.
If that's what it takes, you got to do it.
Okay.
Of course, there's obviously, like I said,
So if you think
I'd
that's
like
what it
to
takes,
think more about like the medium.
yeah. You like that?
There we go.
All right.
Keep doing that.
I'm just
All
gonna
right.
put my feet down.
All right.
I'm grounded.
Okay.
Um,
Clearly, you
Fixes
do very
it and
well
then
with war.
immediately kicks it again.
but no, like if it all comes down to situation.
Yeah.
Like I guess it's more like the gravity of the situation, like what's at stake.
Yeah.
Because if it's like lives at stake, I'd very much be like,
Is that what you're willing to do if that means becoming the monster?
yeah, like I'd gladly give up my own personal humanity.
What if you're in
For
a
the sake of-
high-ranking official role and where you're the one who's kind of like directing and stuff, right? I know that you, in your heart, would want to be the front lines with them, right? But in your heart, you know that if we go about this mission, then there are going to be a lot of casualties, and it's something that are you going to be able to carry with you, right?
Very much
Something.
the few for the many.
Right now, the white
Sorry,
truck's
I'm getting-
trying to focus, huh?
Yeah.
It's fine. It'll work.
You know, I'm
You
very,
have 3 other cameras to look at.
No.
I'm very much like, sacrifice the few for the many. type.
Okay.
Like if that means I'm going down with the ship,
Dude,
I'm
full
going
on
down with the
Commander
ship.
Irvin, like, we lost so many lives. Like, how can you do
irony,
this?
The
I
irony
believe
of that statement.
this was a step forward for
You mean?
Yeah.
You mean?
positive growth.
But I want to be Pixis.
Pixis is drinking somewhere, bro.
Pixis is somewhere else.
Yeah.
Damn it! I can't even stand by my own decision.
No. Pixis, bro, he's playing some pinochle or he's playing some chess with Lord Vault,
Lord
getting
Vault.
drunk.
Screw that fat man with his crackers. No, I'm very
Lord
much
Vault.
like how Aaron was willing to
You voice him
sacrifice
really well.
Lord
his
Vault.
own humanity for the sake of humanity as a whole. Yeah.
Okay. And then Lexi.
I
No,
sided with Jean
John, yeah.
because I
Or-
think it's dependent on the situation, of course. Because I like the reason why this whole conversation came up was because the ending of season 1 where Aaron goes like full berserk on Annie,
Yeah.
obviously. And I feel like he abandoned his personal I feel like he abandoned somewhat of his personal morale in terms of like it being Annie, because
Yeah.
we know how hesitant he was about fighting Annie before.
Very hesitant.
Yeah. But he didn't give up humanity as a whole because what he did was for humanity. So I don't think he gave up humanity in that sense.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's very dependent because I hold morality and stuff to such a high standard that I think like morality and social values is what makes people human.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you need to win to completely like abandon humanity, like if you just are just like going no remorse, like for example, no remorse, just murdering people. That's abandoning humanity, and it's not worth a victory if you're just doing that.
Yeah.
But if it is for a full-on overall goal that will progress humanity, obviously you're not giving up on humanity. You're doing this so that humanity has a step forward, like how Irvin argued in the final episode of season 1, which I completely agree with. Then that's okay. I just don't think, like Jean said, a victory isn't worth having if it turns us into monsters. Because actually genuinely being turned into a monster and abandoning your humanity shouldn't really, I don't think a victory is deserved. But if you need a few moments to, again, match, like what Zach said, match fire with fire, then that's completely fine. But not constantly, and you completely lose yourself as a person. Then in that point, I don't think it's morally sane.
Two things I do want to say very quickly is that you mentioned about the sacrifice having to be made, right? And Aaron not necessarily losing his whole humanity, right?
Then yeah, do that.
But Aaron was at a point where he was ready to sacrifice himself. He was ready to die, right? And then with Zach, what you had mentioned actually in our first stream, so he, what is Mark was saying?
I have to go for now. Luca can make the comment.
Very cool.
Okay.
Like, we'll wait for it. We'll wait for it.
Wait
Zach,
for your perfect moment.
One thing that you had mentioned was that obviously in a perfect world, it's about finding the balance between the two, right?
Yeah.
In moments where you can necessarily go ahead and fight fire with fire, but also still have that humanity in you,
and like
where
bring
it's like
yourself back
Yeah.
from that.
You know, but obviously situations are situational. And
this dude was ready to straight up, I'm full Titan now.
And it's
Titan
different
took over.
when you have to go ahead and do this battle with a Titan user, right? So yeah, it's tricky. Yeah.
Don't mind my
What's in those brownies?
I would enjoy snake.
We can't say, we'll get banned off Twitch.
Okay.
What'd you say?
No, this is not going to work right
Catch
now.
it.
There's no
Catch
way.
You gotta underhand it. You gotta underhand it. I won't catch it if you
What
don't.
do you mean? I'm a sharpshooter.
And I'm not that quick jawed, so.
Oh. What'd I
Hey,
say?
very cool. All right. Applause break. No, I'm kidding.
I want to see it live. Hold up. I gotta watch this.
Let's watch replay.
I know. Let's watch the instant replay.
We're watching. We're going to
I'm
see.
a sharpshooter.
And there it is. All right. Good job.
Hey,
So now I
it was
think
a good team effort.
Thank you, Lux, for the poll results. Appreciate
course.
that. And Zach,
It's my turn.
yes, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
See you.
quench that thirst, clear that palate, and tell us what the response is.
Well, we gotta know the question first.
Yeah, tell us.
Come on.
I
We're
will.
waiting,
Tell
Zach.
us.
Come on.
Hey,
Tell us.
It's late, man. Come on.
hey.
I have way more energy than last time. I took a really good nap.
I didn't take a nap. Anyways, question is, you have chosen to be a Titan warrior. Which Titan ability will you choose to inherit and why?
Yeah.
Going in to our first response, it's our boy BDennis.
Yes,
Hi,
be
Dennis.
Dennis.
BDennis says, well, I've always wanted the Attack Titan from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But if we're solely talking warrior position, I think I'd make a good jaw. Close second is Beast since it's unpredictable for the form.
Yeah.
So I think I misinterpreted it last time. So I think we agreed that he wanted like Jaw Titan and Beast.
I think he
He
wanted
wants
attack.
the Attack Titan.
He wants the attack, but he
But then
feels
if
like
he had to
he's
choose
better-
one of the warriors,
But if, no,
it would
if he
be
had
Jaw.
to choose strictly like from what's available
Gotcha.
to Marley.
Because I don't
Jaw then
because
Beast.
I feel like a lot of the viewers really a lot of the viewers
very
like
much, dude. Us
they
too.
didn't really understand the question because we didn't specify that these are our warriors.
These
You
are
can
our
have whatever
chosen
Titan you
warriors
want.
here,
These are
yeah.
the Attack the Talk chosen
we are
warriors.
creating
Yeah.
warriors
not
here.
the Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
warriors.
which is something that we
So you
had
can choose whatever
discussed,
Titan you want.
that there was, yeah, exactly. There was some kind of,
Yeah,
There
so
need- there's
Kyron,
some-
you get your choice.
clarification needed to be, done here, and that is that you get your choice of, the Titans, any of these Titans, I guess, that you can
Yeah.
inherit.
You know what? I
So
don't
we
know
have
if
Dennis
you
as the
guys
Attack.
saw the DMs. I'm going to go back to it later. Kyron, now this is just going to be a little tangent, but Kyron messaged us something that
Okay. Oh, so
responded
something
to.
new. All right.
So something new.
Very cool.
And I was like,
Oh,
damn.
is that the DM from? Was it today?
Yes, from this
cool.
morning.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, I know. Yeah. I
Yes.
thought it was really
So
okay.
we
I'm
will
glad
talk
you brought
about
that up.
later. We'll talk about that right after this.
Okay.
All right.
I'm glad you brought that up.
But I was literally,
Cool.
he said that, I was like, damn, I wish we would have talked about that.
Yeah, because I
But-
really do like.
Anyways,
Okay. Anyway.
going on, next response.
This is gonna correlate to something.
Yeah.
It correlates to something
We
that we were
can make a
talking about
segue.
yesterday.
Okay. I'm excited.
Boggedoregon.
Okay, Boggedoregon.
I bogged.
He says, probably the Armor
Boggy.
Titan.
Bog.
I can protect my fellow comrades with the hardening. And like I said, he will be our shield.
He'll be our shield.
Yeah.
And
over.
so again, we talked about it. The fact that he is not having a selfish mindset, right?
Way to be a team player. We
Is
need some of those.
Very admirable. And it's something that I feel like you would want to have in an armored titan, right? There's no
Yeah.
point of having a selfish armored titan if you're just gonna go rogue and just
Yeah,
you know,
like,
do things
great,
for
what's the
back
armor
to the
for?
their own benefit.
Back to the MOBA analogy.
Yeah, like
Yeah. Your tank is just like, damn, you guys suck.
yeah, my buddy.
Yeah.
Gosh, always have to heal you guys. You guys like I'm so much better than you.
That's your job. Your job
you're
is
the
to
tank.
be
Bro,
your
you got
team,
300
part of your
hit points
team
and I got
heal.
100. You are 3 of me.
I think you're missing the point, buddy.
cool.
But, and then moving on, next one's going to be from our boy Kiren.
Kyron.
Hi, Kiren.
Live in the audience.
Yes.
Kiren says, call us the Kages. So
The Kage.
I don't know if we've agreed upon that being the final name.
I think they have many names at this point.
No, I think. Well, I feel like it should be something Attack on Titan related for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Kiren, we can't bring Naruto in here.
But
Be an extension of
Believe it.
I like
I'll be the next Hokage.
having the core 4, but we need a term for what
Core
to call.
4 does kind of just flow off the tongue.
Yeah, because we have a core 4, but then what happens when we have other loyal listeners and it's no longer 4? We need to call them something else.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Other than our Titan Warriors or, whatever. Because
I think that they'll
only so
always
many.
be our core 4. They're the 4 that started with us.
Yeah.
But when it comes to our, I guess our viewers as a whole, we still.
subjects of Ymir.
Subjects of your meaning. Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. Well, I
Or
mean, there's
subjects
nothing
of-
wrong with being a subject of Ymir, right?
No, is there? I guess we'll find out in the final
I
season.
think there is.
No, I think that'd be good for like the viewership
So
as
we
a
got
whole.
the core 4, and then we'll have our subjects of Ymir after that.
Yeah, our
Or
core
we could just have
4.
our founding titans and then subjects of Ymir.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
There's
We'll figure it out.
tears.
It'll come in time. You have to.
Yeah, there's tears
have
actually,
to-
guys.
Eddie has a
Oh,
comment
gee.
coming in, so
All
let's
right.
hear.
Okay, because Eddie didn't send one in for
Yeah.
the Q&A.
Oh, okay.
So okay, I'll finish Kiren's, then we'll go to it.
okay, got it.
So the rest of Kiren says, honestly, I think the Warhammer is the coolest Titan, and it sucks that it didn't get a lot of screen time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll go with the Warhammer.
Warhammer.
So it does segue in.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I know we
It
talked
does.
yesterday about it. We talked about how it was on the poster and it got like an episode and a half,
Yes.
maybe. But
Over advertised just for it to be just like so anticlimactic and
Yeah.
you know.
and then this is why I screenshot it. See, I'm big brain.
Okay.
Something that Kiren sent to us this morning was I'm at work thinking about Attack on Titan, and I started thinking, do you guys think the Warhammer Titan can manifest a Titan out of the hardening ability or whatever she's made of?
Yeah.
Like the Warhammer user
Yeah.
can make anything, right? Why not
Yeah.
a Titan clone? So I was the one.
You are
who
so
responded to this.
smart. You're
What
so
the
smart.
heck?
And I kind of took it from the perspective of, because we see how she kind of detaches the core from the Titan and she connects it via the cord.
Yeah.
Why not do that multiple times?
Yeah, why can't you do that? Why
So
can't
I
you make
said-
multiple Titans? Obviously, they'd all have to be connected to like one cord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
so I responded with, I would argue that it's possible mainly because she's able to detach her crystal from the actual Titan body and just have the cord, so I don't see why she couldn't produce another one.
And I think that the whole, because again, you could have that whole, okay, so theoretically, okay, I'm about to make an OVA right now. Theoretically, obviously, all of these Titans, if it is plausible, all these Titans would have to be connected through cords in order to be connected to that main consciousness of her.
Yeah.
Except, obviously, you would think, okay, so then just find the original one and unplug her. Except she would still be in that Titan nape, but they would all be connected, so you can't tell which one is which.
Yeah, that is
So it's just
actually
an
a very
army.
smart
Because
strategy
she
to
could
have.
branch out from main Titan,
Yeah.
But the
being
I
the
think
nape,
the main
and then
concern,
two directions.
Yeah, I think the main concern would be: is there enough energy for that?
That's what I was thinking
Does
right
she
now.
have
like,
enough
would that
energy?
What's her
overexert
capacity?
her energy as far as exactly her capacity. And would
One
those
hell of a
Titans
finishing move.
would those Titans
I thought
even
that was a
be
really
necessarily
cool-
kind of like, who knows, strong enough to, take on? I don't know. That's such an interesting.
Thank you.
Wow.
He said ignore the second half.
Ignore the second half. That was a great point. Thank you.
All right. Well, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
So wait, we've got. Let me.
Yeah, well,
this is
BDennis
why
wants
I
to be
think
the
the
attack.
Warhammer
Right.
is such a cool power, but it wasn't utilized correctly.
Yeah.
She did it dirty.
Yeah. Well, again, I said before in our first live stream, I believe that Kiren would use that Titan to its fullest potential.
Yeah, for sure.
He's creative.
Yeah, definitely creative. I mean, we've seen from the responses.
Loved that. As soon
We've
as I
seen-
saw that DM, I was like, ooh,
I saw that literally this morning. I was like,
yeah,
I was
we
like,
gotta
damn
start.
it. Now you got me
I
thinking.
know.
I was like,
Now
I've
I'm
been thinking about
left
this
there.
all day at work.
Spiraling.
Wow. So
Spiraling.
you got BDennis, who is training to become the
BDennis is our
attack, and then
Boggedoregon's the
Boggedoregon,
armor.
armored.
Kiren's the Warhammer.
Yes.
Now, Eddie.
Okay.
Ooh,
Eddie
yeah.
says, I didn't comment. Unfortunately, it went, I've met, whoa. It went, I've met head.
It went over my head.
Yes, in a
Oh,
second.
okay.
Yeah.
It went over my head.
Yeah.
Context clues.
But a good observation I've made is how the armor titan is attacking for the majority of the show, whereas
Yeah.
the attack titan is always protecting. Beautiful from a thematic standpoint, 100, and how the Kage is
Kage
good
is
with
going
Kiren.
Kiren, yeah. So that's an interesting point of view here. Yeah, where it's
Eddie,
like
Eddie,
the armored.
Eddie, which titan do you want to be?
Yeah,
pick
Eddie,
one.
actually, we
Pick
need to
one,
know, Eddie, because you're
Pick
part of
one.
the core here.
Eddie,
I mean,
pick one.
Which Titan?
Just peer pressure him into picking.
So we need to know, buddy. But it's an interesting point of view that he has about here. The armored Titan is attacking, which we would think about the Titan and its ability, it would be protecting, right? Whereas the attack Titan is always protecting. And we understand, again, the situation at hand here, right? We understand that the kind of the home field, the home territory that we're working on here, which is, Island of Parody,
Yeah.
right? And this is the attack Titan's home. So of course they're going to protect, whereas you have the armored Titan that's currently trying to infiltrate, for reasons which we will talk about.
Yes.
As time goes on.
Yeah, and they're on the offensive. So that is an interesting point of view, but I think it's safe to say that the point of view is going to obviously switch, which
One
we're all
of
aware of.
us. One of us. One of us.
One of us.
All right, Eddie, so take your time to go ahead and think, buddy, and then when you get a
It's
chance,
it's not an easy decision.
kidding.
when you get a chance,
We
let
could
us
talk.
know.
We could talk amongst each other what we would choose. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
That
that's
is true.
Yeah, so should I start?
yeah, go ahead. You're the
okay.
host.
Don't you do it. You know what I want.
Yeah, I know what you want.
But who's the host?
That's true. That's a good point there. Who's the host here?
I'm only saying that because you're not taking what I want. So,
Yeah.
or are you?
But I mean, again, if I was to be training for something and I wanted this was my choice, and it would be the Beast Titan.
You know what?
Are you thinking about it here?
Option 2 is available today. Because
Option
now
two is
BDennis
available.
is the attack titan. So
Yeah.
you know option 2 is available. Fine. You gotta take your.
Yeah. See,
take your
Eddie
stupid little
say he's
monkey
got to.
titan.
Eddie say he's got.
He wouldn't be a monkey though.
I wouldn't be a monkey. I don't know what I'd be.
A dolphin.
Your spirit
That's
animal
so my
is
spirit
a
animal is a
dolphin.
dolphin. So if we're going based off of our spirit animals, then I
But
guess
what
I'd be a
was you?
dolphin.
Did you have like a childhood toy
That's a okay. So
that you loved
I
and wanted to
did.
have
I
rule
would
from?
be a
I
Pikachu.
you know what mine was?
don't think that was.
You
an
know a lot.
Attack on
It
Titan.
was Lion King.
Ooh.
So if that was the case, then I would be a lion.
You know
Beast
what?
Titan,
Yeah.
and that would be pretty badass.
Or you just end up being a dolphin.
Or I'd be
The
a dolphin,
humanoid
which,
body with a dolphin
if that's
head
the case, then
uses his
guess what?
blowhole
My
as
blowhole is doing some damage. So
My
it is what it
blowhole
is.
is doing some damage.
doing damage.
Scalding.
Yeah, It is
Yeah,
what
that's
it
where the
is.
steam comes
So
out.
if we're
of.
gonna go
with
off
the
that
roar
logic,
of a freaking.
No, it'd be screeching though.
SpongeBob.
It'd be screeching though.
I'm ready.
I would, yeah, that's the sound that would be feared though.
you would just do the clicking.
But
Like,
with the whole with the whole thinking though, like the whole it's your spirit animal. My spirit animal is a bat.
Damn.
Imagine a bat beast titan.
Bat Beast Titan. That would be pretty freaking
It's a
scary, too.
pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Like at that point.
well, if we're going based off the whole stuffed animal, like kids' toy logic.
Yeah, you said Pikachu.
Well, no, but like
Oh.
it's not
You'd
an
be a-
actual
you'd
animal.
be a-
You'd be an
electric
electric
mouse.
rat. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that would be badass, but
I thought we decided that you were a frog.
no, I don't want to be a frog. God damn it, I don't want to be
By
a
we, I
frog.
mean I looked at you and went off vibes and said, frog.
This is
Yeah,
cool.
okay, Kiren.
Kyron just decides, all right,
I
yeah,
own
I
a
like
bearded
that. You own
dragon.
a bearded dragon, so that means he'd be a huge reptile.
Ooh, that's cool.
Damn, that'd be
That's
scary.
badass.
Okay.
But then it just
I
confirms
owned a,
what I
I
said.
owned a rabbit. I own a rabbit.
It confirms what I said yesterday.
Which is
Grizzly bear.
grizzly bear. Okay, so you had a grizzly bear as a little
That was my little stuffed animal.
Okay.
Because I go
Like
to
a
Big
teddy
Bear all
bear?
the time.
Can we talk
Oh.
about this frog again? Because we took the time to go ahead and talk about this
I
frog.
think the whole frog idea was
How's
really
this shit?
cool.
How terrifying this frog would be if you had
Make sure
this
you don't knock anything over.
frog titan.
Careful.
This frog beast titan, right? That's just like they're doing these loud freaking ribbits.
Yeah.
Right?
The big old.
and all of
yeah.
a sudden he looks over at a couple scouts or a couple warriors, couple soldiers, whatever the case, and just
Yeah. What I said was the powers of Froppy from My Hero Academia, but 100 times scarier.
scary, much
And
scarier.
giant. So
Yes.
just out here
And
stomping
who
people
knows
out.
how terrifyingly
tongue.
ugly this thing would look.
Would it be slimy
Right?
too? Would it be slimy?
I don't know.
Probably.
Probably. Gosh.
But
man.
it would be
Imagine-
terrifying. A
Yeah.
giant frog sounds horrifying.
Yeah. That'd be.
Just
Stomping people out.
But what kind of frog would I be? Would I be like a toad, or would I be like a tree frog, or would I be like?
I don't
No,
know.
you wouldn't be a tree frog. You'd be one of those meme frogs that
No,
you see
let's
sitting on
bring-
the ledge.
Let's bring back the Naruto. I'd be the frog sage. I'd be Privy Sage.
All right.
We're just
way-
gonna agree because we
You
haven't
haven't seen it.
Either way, you'd be
only
a,
on season 1.
a pretty scary frog if that was the case. But obviously, that isn't the case because I
big
am
old
going to
tongue.
inherit the Beast Titan, which means
Okay.
Zach, you have
The Jaw Titan.
the Jaw Titan. Okay. Very
And
cool.
not freaking Ymir's Jaw
yeah,
Titan.
that kind of
No.
weird looking Titan.
I mean, it all depends on. I mean, obviously, we've seen from evidence that the jaw doesn't look the same every time.
No.
So
It's got 3 different forms.
just depends on you.
I think I'd
it's
prefer.
all on you, buddy.
It's all on you.
How cool do you want to
Good
make this
luck.
Jaw Titan?
Honestly, it kind of grew on me, like Falco's jaw. But I was
Eddie would be a monkey. He said, I had a special connection with many Curious George plushies. Yeah, I don't want to be a huge monkey.
And then Kiren goes, my bearded dragon is also named Jiraiya. Privy Sage! I know you guys don't get it, but I get it, Kiren. That's a great name.
All right. So, Zach, you were saying?
Anyways, no. Keeping, because I feel like, because Falco's is very
It's
animal-esque.
like bird-like.
Yeah.
And I feel like, how do you explain?
A frog Titan? That's a Jaw Titan?
No.
A frog
Oh.
jaw? Actually, you know what? That would make sense. A frog jaw?
Kellen's jaw.
Oh, Kellen's Jaw. Yeah. I mean, I don't
Like,
want
I
to
wouldn't
say it
say
had like a
that's
mane to it,
animal-esque.
but I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
It
But
did
it
have
has,
like
it's a
like
skull, though. It's
had like a mane.
Yeah, it has
Like,
a
I
mane
was
and like
gonna
a
say, like,
skull.
I'd
But they
probably
are
have, like,
animalistic.
a bear jaw.
Okay. That would be
Snout.
very interesting. Very terrifying again.
Yeah.
All these different
and they have
kind of
like claws and
ideas.
stuff too, obviously.
Yeah.
So-
I'd still get to be a bear.
Yeah, you'd be like
I'm the
this
Jaw Titan.
angry little Ewok going around.
His little Ewok.
All right, Lex.
So my top 3 are all taken. I probably would have gone Warhammer Jaw, then Beast.
Okay.
So she's the cart.
But
no, she's the
I think, okay, so from a
Female.
physicality standpoint, obviously I would choose female because I want to be built like her.
yeah.
I'm still working on it, guys. But I'm just thinking about any kind of fan art that would be made involving us being these titans, and I think I would look pretty sick as a female titan, not gonna lie.
I think so too. That would be cool if we got some
Female
fan art.
Titan with a, I wouldn't say mullet, undercut.
It is
Very
pretty,
much
it is
kinda
like a shag mullet.
Yeah.
At least that's what I
I
was going for when I was cutting it.
Yeah.
So
So that'd be a cool look though.
yeah.
I mean, with the dark hair
With
and
the
everything and
bleach.
stuff, with the bleach, yeah.
I don't know why
And
the
they
first
know, like
thing-
we know exactly who that is.
No, we know who that is. Who the
The
heck
first thing
else
that
has
comes to
bangs
my
with the
head is,
bleach?
like Lexi's hairstyle on like the female Titan, just like
Barracuda starts playing.
I would have the. I would want to have the
same.
same entrance like vibe as Megamind. Megamind. Have you not seen his entrance? Have you seen Megamind?
Yeah, I've seen it, but it's been
one
so
of the-
long.
honestly, that's
where
a
he
pretty
when he
good
entered.
walkout.
Yeah, he enters with his little bots forming a giant version of his head, and he comes out to Guns N' Roses' "Welcome to the Jungle."
In the jungle. Okay, it's a lot to pull off as
But I won't.
Titan
I don't
user.
think. I just want to go for the same vibe.
Okay.
You know,
Interesting.
Big
But
blue
you
head.
might be able to pull it off if
Giant
like
lady Titan.
like we've talked about with Kiren saying that the potential ability is mimicry. Maybe you can get a couple
oh my
of the smaller
gosh,
Titans
yeah,
to do
we
that for
totally
you.
glossed over that. The fact that my potential, like, you guys could be whatever the heck freaking power you want. I'll eventually copy it.
How are you gonna copy the jaw though? You're gonna become the
Oh,
Crimson
we don't know the
Chin?
extent of her powers. We have no idea. She's mysterious. That's what I like about
Gonna be
her.
the Crimson Chin.
Be mysterious.
Here comes the Crimson Chin.
Alrighty. So looks like we got our Titans. Cool. Worked out. So should we get into some recap? Very quick recap.
Yeah, very brief.
Okay, so very quickly, our characters here, our surviving characters, are stuck with the devastation that is the aftermath of this battle, and we see now that there is a point where they're feeling very disappointed. They're feeling like it's a loss, even though I guess some would say it's kind of a victory, but it doesn't feel like a victory because they weren't able to capture the Titan user, which is Annie Leonhardt, which was the goal. But she's able to go ahead and cocoon herself in this crystallized hardening form. So now instead they're gonna have to just keep her underground and now decide where to go from here. But we see that as these characters are dealing with the aftermath here, with the destruction that was caused to the wall, we're left with a little bit of a cliffhanger. And this cliffhanger is that we see Titan wall shards falling off, and exposed now is a Titan in the freaking walls. So that's where we're going to go ahead and jump into. Again, this is season 2, episode 1, Beast Titan, part 1. So now, as we get a recap of how season 1 ended, narrator the Armin leaves us with, as the smoke of the battle cleared, the next threat was already close at hand. Very interesting. And now we see scouts. They're preparing to move Annie's hardening fortress. They cover it with sheets and they attach it to a trailer hitch that horses will now transport. We see Hanji and Moblet. They both watch as Annie is being taken away. Again, transported deep underground. Suddenly, they both turn as they hear a soldier gasp after noticing something. We notice that there's a bunch of scouts and they're all looking up at the wall, fearful and confused at something. We see a Titan in the walls, exposed by the damage done to the wall in battle. We see a Titan's face exposed. The Titan appears to be in this hibernation state, but then we see the Titan's eye move as it appears to look down. Now Hanji and Moblet, they both rush to join the rest of the scouts, just staring up at this Titan. They both take notice, and Moblet asks,
Section Commander, your orders?
and we see a shaken Hanji. She responds,
Well, I'm not sure.
and then we get a close-up of Hanji's face, and we see fear. Now Hanji, she thinks to herself,
Is this just a coincidence, or oh no, surely it doesn't mean.
and then abruptly someone grabs her shoulder, and Hanji, she snaps out of it. She turns around very quickly to see a panting Pastor Nick trying to catch his breath. Now Hanji, she's confused to see Pastor Nick is standing right here beside her, but Pastor Nick warns her, listen to me. Whatever you do, don't let sunlight touch it. And then Hanji, she just stares startled at Pastor Nick's warning. Now, this is very interesting because two things here. Hanji, she has her theories because she's like, wait, no, surely it doesn't mean. And then we have Pastor Nick, who obviously knows stuff because he's like, don't let the sunlight touch it.
Yeah.
Like he has to know something to be like.
Yeah.
They're
"Do
not
this."
letting the audience know. Attack on Titan's so good at that.
Yeah. So again, we theorized, what the hell is Hanji thinking here? What could she possibly think the reasoning behind this wall Titan, right? So what are we
I
thinking here?
still think that she's thinking that the entire walls are just made of.
Are made of Titans, right? Yeah. And if that's the case, again, absolutely petrifying because if any other damage is done to Wall Cena, right?
Something's getting loose,
Yeah.
and then they're all getting loose.
And then that just who knows this is Wall Cena, so this is the smaller, most inner wall. And if that is the case, obviously you have,
A lot more
Wall-
Titans.
Rose, Wall Maria,
Leathers, yeah.
and then
It's like if it's in this wall, thank God.
That's supposed to be the most secure wall.
yeah, and then obviously you have Pastor Nick here who knows something where he's like, don't let sunlight touch it. And we see the Titan appears to like start becoming alive.
Yeah.
Starts, waking up as it's like looking down.
He sees sunlight. Wow. He's not zoning out in the darkness anymore.
Yeah. Absolutely terrifying. Right. So now,
Speaking of sunlight, what the heck does Pastor Nick know?
I don't know. He knows a lot. So now we get an overlook of Walsina, right? Now we hear a scout. He says,
For the time being, we've covered the wall Titan with sheets. It seems to be holding up. Further measures will be taken after sundown, Commander.
and then we see that he's talking with Commander Irvin as Commander Irvin replies, understood. And now we see the commander and the two scouts are walking through a hallway, and this is a scene that we saw at the end of season 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we saw it was Commander Irvin walking very proudly down this hallway with two scouts very close behind him. All right. Eddie just went over and he chatted. Let's see what Eddie had to say.
He goes, but that's weird. What would sunlight make the Titan walk, make it eat something when the wall becomes undone? The sun was hardly even out.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just more of like a precaution, like because we know at night they're less active.
Yeah, less active, right? And
Maybe, yeah.
Like maybe Pastor Nick doesn't know anything, and it's just common knowledge that sunlight means activity.
yeah, maybe.
Like always becoming aware, like, you know, like you mentioned, like it seemed like he was in a hibernation state, and then suddenly his eyes moving around. He's starting to look at
Yeah,
people.
look, he was starting to get more alert, and again, that
Kind of
just
wake up.
So
Like
it's
the
like, all right,
grogginess is
further-
wearing
dude could
off.
easily just walk through that wall right now.
Yeah.
So
um
let's cover it up.
but to Eddie's
Go
point
back to
here, I
bed.
mean, would it just do something? Yeah, I mean, Kiren just chimed in and saying that it'll energize the Titan, and yeah, so if
Like
that is
Superman.
Man.
yeah,
I like how that's in two separate things. Like it'll just energize it, like Superman.
man. And
Duh.
if that Titan is anything like Superman, then good luck.
I know. Gosh.
I mean, shit, it'll break the wall down.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, again, like you said, Zach, it's all about for precautions, because if we see this Titan's now starting to become alert, get those damn sheets ready, man. Get them ready.
Cover that thing up.
Yeah. So,
Wrap it up.
So again, the scene that we saw with Commander Irvin walking through this hallway with these two scouts, right?
Mhm.
So now the scout, he continues.
Oh, forgive me, sir. But what are we supposed to make of all this? I mean, I never imagined there could be Titans inside the walls.
And the Commander Irvin, he answers, why would you? No one did. There are only those who knew, and those of us completely in the dark.
Damn, he's so cool.
Strong words.
Philosophical.
And they're so true, because obviously Commander Irvin, he has his theories, suspicions, and stuff where he's keeping a lot of evidence, well, I don't want to say evidence because again, it's all just potential stuff, right? But anything,
Yeah.
he's keeping it very close to the vest, and he's only letting very few know, those that he really trusts, right? And again, something that he had mentioned at the end of season 1, right? We know that there's other Titans among us, and so now we need to put an attack
Those who know and those who
on
don't
these
know.
Titans.
If you know, you know. Pretty much what he said.
Attack on Titan.
Yep. That's
Wow.
where the Leo
Roll
DiCaprio.
credits. Yeah.
So strong words again from a strong man.
And he's definitely right by saying there are those that know, and those of us that were completely in the dark.
Yeah.
Pastor
Exactly.
Nick.
Basically said, if you know, you know. Hey, if you know, you know.
So now
Right on,
continuing
Irvin.
We see now in the episode, we are back in the battlegrounds in Stohess where the destruction occurred. We see just damaged buildings and pieces, just dead bodies. So many of them just stuck under building debris, building pieces, all the rubble. We see Marlowe there. He's at the scene. And Marlowe asks, why are they keeping quiet about this? It's an earth-shattering discovery, for God's sake. What's the point of playing it off? And then we see Hitch. She's there with Marlowe. And Hitch, she answers,
Status quo, right? Yeah, higher ups play it close to the vest. All this carnage, and they couldn't even be bothered to come up with a decent cover story.
and now we see that Marlowe and Hitch, they're just staring in absolute chaos throughout the streets as scouts and MPs, they all attempt to clean up the streets and just identify bodies.
All
I mean,
that-
it makes sense to keep it quiet. If the most secure wall is made of Titans, Think about all the chaos that would follow after all the rioting and anarchy and upheaval.
Yeah.
What does Hitch mean here when she says, yeah, higher ups play it close to the vest?
Play it safe.
They play it safe.
Oh, that's what that means? Oh, okay.
Any
Yeah, they keep
information that they
everything
know,
close.
any information that potentially like it's I guess that they may know,
I don't want to hear my burp.
they would
I
decide
had
to
to keep
go
it
ahead.
quiet. I realized there was a
and-
mic in front of me.
I think it's kind of like with Commander Irvin and the information he knows.
Mm-hmm.
That anything that he knows, he's keeping it very close to the vest, and he's only telling very few. And he's not going to tell pretty much the public because what's going to happen when people start knowing or people start realizing?
Yeah.
Panic's going to set. I feel like.
Because we already
Right,
have
like-
seen panic throughout the streets, even when it's just that Titan boy. That,
Titan boy.
and the very different
Why don't we just dissect
ideals.
that Titan boy and get it over with?
Why don't you just kill him?
No,
It's
man.
like, oh, he's our step towards humanity. Just very different
Now
views
imagine
on
if the
him.
one thing that was protecting you from Titans was made of Titans.
Yeah, and that'd be
Everyone's reality just flips.
yeah, that would be a very strange realization. And for whatever wall enthusiasts are back or are left, I should say. What if they know about it? Then awesome. If they don't, this is their way of finding out what the heck. There's Titans in these walls, We don't know,
Walls are made of Titans?
but yeah. Again, I just want to say that this is another sad realization, right? The aftermath, where you have to go ahead and have these cleanup crews. And we talked about last our live stream that we did. We see Marlo and Hitch. They're wearing,
They're like
the gloves and stuff, and all biohazard wear, and they have their masks and stuff. And them and many others are trying to do their best to identify bodies, to clean up the streets. And it's a tough part of Attack on Titan that we don't always see.
It's tough that the people who have to identify the bodies are the comrades because they're the ones that would know who the bodies are.
Yeah.
Like, your friends, the people that you're close to. Come in literally the day after, and we have to do this immediately for scientific, biological, hazardous sake, so that there aren't any new diseases that come up from this. But come identify your dead friends. It's like that's a part of the job that's not really. You don't really talk about the whole aftermath.
Yeah, you don't. It's not something that necessarily. Yeah, you're kind of warned. It's a unfortunate truth that you have to experience if you're lucky enough to survive. There's so many that aren't even, that don't even make it that far. Mm-hmm. But again, for those that have to do the cleanup, it's the stuff that they see. And it's got to be stuff that just really stays with you and just changes your mindset, which, again, we talked about changing your mindset. For all we know, that could be why Jean is thinking the way he's thinking now with war, because he saw the aftermath. He saw, what war does, and he saw Marco. He saw somebody that he was developing this friendship with, and somebody that really related with him, and somebody that meant a lot to him. And to see your comrade that means a lot to you randomly dead, especially with how he saw that person, without having any idea, any clarification.
Yeah, there was no signs, nothing that could have even had some kind of inkling to what could have happened.
And that'll change you. Right, we see how it changes him, and that way he uses that as
he's
motivation.
a scout now.
He uses
after
that as
he was
motivation
like the biggest advocate for being an MP.
For being an MP, yeah.
He's actually taking on leadership responsibility.
Because he's relatable.
Idea.
But for all that, seeing the
said
things
so.
that he saw, again, that could really change you. All right, so continuing on now, as Lexi eats more brownies, we now see the hole in the wall. I'm gonna speak very slow because Lexi has a line coming up.
Oh my god. I knew I did too, and I don't know why I just. Anyways,
Like as Lexi's stuff.
I got it. I got
Like,
it. And my mic is like unsecure right now.
because that's this.
Oh,
That's good.
my mic is insecure.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
So we now see that the hole in the wall exposing that wall titan is covered with sheets, and we see that the sheets, they are enforced with rope. It's enforced with rope that is, connected over to the top of the wall. Okay. And now we see Hanji. She is on top of the wall, and she asks Pastor Nick,
You want to tell me what's going on? Why a titan? What's the purpose? What on earth's the point of having one hidden inside the wall? And why choose to keep it a secret? I need answers, and I'm going to need them right now.
And then we see Pastor Nick only focusing on the part of the wall where the wall titan was exposed. Pastor Nick, he sighs and then he answers. I don't have time for this nonsense. I'm a busy man. My flock has been devastated. I demand restitution. Do you know who I am? Let me down from this wall this instant. And then a disappointed Hanji. She just tells Pastor Nick.
Very poor choice of words.
We're going to get to that point.
Sorry, I had to. What she actually says is, if that's what you want.
And then Hanji, she grabs Pastor Nick by his collar aggressively. And it startles Pastor Nick. And Hanji, she swings Pastor Nick towards the edge of the wall. And then she tells him.
Will straight down do the trick?
And then we hear Pastor Nick panicking and crying out. A surprised Moblet cries out, Commander! But Hanji, she sees Moblet walking towards her and she immediately tells him,
Hold.
And then she turns to Pastor Nick and she says,
Let me ask you something. Do you have any concept of how many scouts have laid down their lives fighting these monsters? More than you can count. They died fighting for your freedom. I was with them. I was willing to lay down my own life. Now, can you explain? Or you take the plunge? Your choice. I can always move on to the next blowhard. Matter of fact, I'd probably know more than you anyway. Why am I bothering?
And then we see Hanji. She pushes Pastor Nick closer off the edges. Now we see him barely hanging on with his feet. Pastor Nick cries out, Let go! Unhand me! And then Hanji, she continues.
That's kind of what I had in mind.
And then all of a sudden things switch as Pastor Nick now screams out, Do it! And then Hanji, she warns Pastor Nick.
Don't try to call my bluff.
And Mobile, he pleads to Hanji, Please don't! Pastor Nick now tells Hanji, You think I'm afraid to die in the service of my belief? We fulfill our duty whatever the cost. I don't care. And then Pastor Nick spreads his arms out and open. And the Lord, he says, The Lord is my shepherd. Let his humble servant fall. And then Pastor Nick trembles as he accepts his fate. And Hanji, she hangs him off the edge of this wall. Pastor Nick whispers, Lord, grant release. And then Hanji, she just stares at Pastor Nick. And then suddenly turns him and throws him away from her while still on top of the wall. We see Pastor Nick. He falls and he tumbles onto the wall. And Hanji, she now just sits down on the edge of the wall with her legs hanging off. Hanji, she chuckles to herself and she says,
Lighten up. I was kidding around.
And then we see Pastor Nick just on the ground. He's curled up in a ball, just quivering. And Hanji, she tries again.
Come on, Pastor Nick. Spill it. Are the walls made of titans? At least tell me that much.
And then Moblet, seeing Hanji's reaction, seeing her at this weird state, he's worried and he tells her,
Section Commander.
And then Hanji, she just tells Moblet.
Ugh, how long it's been since I felt like this. Wow. Must have been when I stepped outside the walls for the first time. Talk about terrifying.
Yeah. So let's pause here for a moment. We have a
Comment from Eddie.
Yeah, what does I say?
Now this kind of goes back to we were talking about the MPs and John.
Okay.
He goes, with all the ruckus Aaron and any cause, I doubt any MP died. When they're the ones who are supposed to keep law and order. Protection, yeah, like John said. Cowards.
Nice and cushy.
Cowards.
What did we see, right? Moments where Jean's trying to run through the crowd. He looks up over at the roofs. There's moments where we see the destruction happening between, the battle of both Titans, right? We see it off in the distance, very far in the distance, right? On rooftops. What are they doing? We see MPs.
I think watching.
They're just watching.
I think one of my favorite scenes is when Aaron yeets her arm and all the MPs run while Erwin just lets the arm just hit the bridge next to him. And he's just like,
First time?
Yeah, exactly right.
It's your guys' first time?
Absolutely unfazed. Did not even budge. Did not twitch, nothing. He went over and just staring at it. He's giving it a cold, hard stare, right? And then another moment that we saw too, talking about MPs freaking just scattering. What about when they're trying to, they're getting their equipment on very quickly, but they're like panicking. They're like, oh my God. And here comes both Titans running their way, and they're just like, they're just all scattered.
Like, you don't have time, man. Have not been prepared.
Like a bunch of roaches, just like
losers.
So now let's talk about what we just went through in this episode here. Hanji, she's reacting in a way where she's not usually accustomed to, and that's something that Moblet notices, which is why he's so worried about her, because she's willing to do something as drastic as potentially interrogate and throw
potential
this
murder.
Pastor Nick, who we saw he is one of the leaders that was sitting at this table during this deliberation.
Not just some random dude.
Agreed, Eddie. Agreed.
Yeah, he is much better than Pixis. Anyways,
Good night, guys.
Hold on, before we continue on, Lex, Kiren went over and
I really would like to stay up. It's almost 1 a.m.
He's
Oh, yeah.
26.
yeah,
Sweet dreams.
Kiren, we completely understand. I know we just surprise all of you guys with this live stream. We appreciate you, buddy, just sticking around with us, and we look forward to future streams, which we do.
You can watch the rest of it on YouTube.
It's
Yeah,
okay, man.
YouTube, and also it should save. Hopefully, it saves now
you'll
over
be
on our
able to still
Twitch.
see it.
Or you'll see us tomorrow night.
Or listen.
No, but yeah, so thanks again, Kiren. But agreed. Yeah, Eddie
I'm out
says
here yawning at like 10. So
You're yawning?
she just got her nap.
I was hiding my yawns for sure.
God, I yawned like 4 times and I just full embrace.
But for Pastor Nick, even just
I'm
kind
not
of going
bored.
through.
I'm really interested. I promise.
Pastor Nick's going through this moment too, where he's, obviously doesn't want to be thrown off the wall, but then he accepts it, where it's like, you know what? If this means it's for the cause, it's for.
Let the Lord be my shepherd.
See you, Kiren.
Bye, Kyron. Bye, Kyron.
But
For joining.
But yeah, if he, he's trying to accept his fate, and he realizes that if this is what is supposed to support, but if he's willing to do that, and he understands that this is how I'm gonna die, then so be it. Then
I will die with my secrets.
Yeah, I will die. For the cause, for
my Titan
beliefs,
wall.
right?
Of course,
Stupid
Hanji's
man.
willing to go these lengths, considering that she is the one that is most interested in Titan knowledge.
Yeah.
And just anything Titan related, and the fact that she's like, why you already know that she is spiraling.
Yeah.
She's coming up with her own theories, and she just needs to know answers. Like,
Well,
why
at this
are you
point-
not surprised that there is a Titan in there? What do you know?
Yeah.
Because to be honest, the only other way she could get answers is tearing the wall down.
Yeah. And then
I
again,
don't think she's going to do that.
no, but I mean, again, at this point, I think anybody wants any answers that they can get, because again, what feels like, okay, maybe it was a victory. We didn't get the answers that we were seeking,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Instead, we got more questions.
yeah,
As
So,
Attack on Titan does.
yeah, they do that a lot.
I also wanted to say that I mentioned in the last live stream, Hanji is strong.
She's very
She's
strong.
just one-arming this man while he's gripping by his toes, and then she just chucks him.
Give me his little monkey foot
She just
grip.
chucks him. I'm like, all right, that's a grown man, but
That's a
okay.
grown man.
Good job, Hanji. You're buff.
She's very strong.
That's all I wanted to say. That's all I know.
Hanji's like, I think we all know who I talk about when we see the that social media girl who's like super built.
The one with the short hair?
Yes.
I love her.
You mean the most beautiful woman on the planet?
Love her.
Hanji.
Hanji Zoe.
Zoe.
She's very, very strong, very strong. And she was just joking around, right? Now we know what she's capable of.
The things that I would let this woman
sure.
do.
Well, all right.
All right. Anyways,
Sorry. Head out of the gutter.
All right. So now,
to Pixis there.
continuing on here,
Pretty Lady Titan.
the bells, they begin ringing throughout Stohis, and Hanji, she snaps out of her sorrows. Hanji, she stands back up. She stares out from atop the wall. Now we see a scout by the name of Tomas on horseback, just rushing to deliver a message. Tomas, he tells his horse.
Hurry! I have to tell Commander Irwin.
And we see Captain Levi walking inside of some building, and he hears Tomas outside. Tomas, he can be heard from outside saying,
The Titans have breached Wall Rose.
and then both Captain Levi and Commander Irvin, they hear this, they take notice as we continue to hear the bells ringing throughout Stohis. Then suddenly, the episode does a very quick rewind. Actual
Fourth wall.
rewind.
VCR,
Rewind.
baby.
And then
Whose perspective is this?
we see moments during this rewind
It's Marcos.
that we have seen before. But then now we see moments that we have not witnessed quickly rewind before our eyes. And now we appear to be at some sort of lookout. And then it reads 12 hours earlier and gives us a location. South wall of Cena. And now we see inside in this lookout. We see a bored Connie. And as we hear Krista asking,
How much longer do you think they'll keep us here?
and we see Ymir, who's sitting there next to her. She answers.
Who knows?
And then next to a bored Connie, we see a bored Sasha. They're both just staring out of the window. And then bored Connie tells Sasha,
You know, my village happens to be just a little bit south of where we are now.
and a bored Sasha responds.
Town where I'm from is pretty close by too.
And we see at the same table as a bored Connie and a bored Sasha, we see Raina and Bertold both playing chess. Connie, he asks,
Why can't I go see my people? Maybe I'll just sneak out after dark.
and then Sasha, she responds.
My people told me not to bother coming back home until I'm normal. So there's that.
Jeez. We'll talk about that.
We'll get back to that.
And then now Connie, he says,
Well, folks where I grew up always tried to tell me that I was too puny to be a soldier.
and then we get a quick pan through the room and we see the other scouts that are waiting, conversating amongst each other. And then Connie continues.
No question I had the brains for it. I was top 10 in my class. Somebody's going to be eating their words. That's a promise.
And now Raina, he joins in on the conversation. Connie, I'll help you if you really want to go. And then Connie turns to look at Raina and he answers.
Yeah? Why would you?
And Raina tells Connie, doesn't this feel a bit strange? We're on standby in our plain clothes. They won't let us wear our uniforms. We can't even train. And then we see Raina, he stands up and he goes to look out the window. What's even more suspicious, our superiors are armed to the teeth. We're inside the wall, not at the front line. So who exactly are we fighting? And then Connie just gives out a bored sigh and answers.
I don't know, man. Maybe they're worried about bears.
And then a bored Sasha, she concurs.
Sure. Bears.
And then Raina just slyly responds, all you need for bears are guns. Then Raina, he sits back down on the table to continue his chess game versus Bertold. Sasha, she just groans in agonizing boredom. And then she drops her head to the table. And we zoom in on a deathly bored Sasha. Zoom in on her face. But then all of a sudden, she snaps out of her boredom because of a sudden realization. Sasha, she stands up quickly with now a worried look on her face. She alerts the others.
Guys, I think I'm hearing footsteps.
And we see now that everyone in the room, they become confused. Raina tells her, knock it off, Sasha. So what? You're trying to tell us Titans are here? Come on, that would only be possible if Wall Rose had fallen. Huh.
Funny you say that.
Couple points to make here, right? Sasha's weird.
Yeah,
She's
Sasha
not
is
normal.
not normal. Her
she's not
village
aware-
knows
well
it, and
aware
she
of it.
knows it.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't go back yet. I'm not normal yet, guys.
Yeah.
Can't go back.
Connie's Southern.
Connie Southern.
Connie Southern, yeah.
And
People
They
are from
actually
the
are pretty
South.
close. He's aware how puny he is, and we looked it up. He's 5'2".
but he's smart.
But he's smart.
Someone's going to be eating their words when I get back home.
Jesus, yeah.
And Sasha is a great hunter because
Yeah.
she's able to hear things that other people can't.
Right
And she's
on.
the one that's like, bears. Sure. Bears. Have Raina. All you need for bears are guns. All right, dude.
How would you know we don't even have guns?
No, we don't have guns, dude.
Chess.
Let's talk about
Still
chess again.
obsessed.
So Zach, you have
Mentioned it
been
yesterday. 24 hours later, I'm still obsessed with chess.
Nothing has changed.
And I'll take all you
Actually,
want.
I'm thinking now, are there guns at this point in Attack on Titan?
We'll see guns later on, but there are definitely like rifles and stuff.
Like muskets.
Okay. I know I've
'Cause
seen
remember we
guns,
talked about it with
but-
the MPs, and remember they were beating up Marlo.
Oh,
with
doy.
freaking rifles.
Okay. I was like, did Reina just out himself?
No.
They're not that far back. Got it.
And like AJ said yesterday, they probably did it in their training.
Yeah, they're training maybe just some kind of,
yeah.
you know, like model type stuff. You know that
They did color guard, yeah.
This is my rifle.
That's what they
This is my
did.
gun.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
oh, shot's
Like,
gone.
This is for
Lost
fun.
the wide cam.
Oh. Now you
Alright.
can't see my phone.
So we're gonna have to continue on because
All right, let's go,
How
guys.
much longer the others have.
yeah.
They playing chess. All right. The besties are playing chess.
So now we see in a different location, we see Section Commander Mike Zacharias on lookout. He sniffs and inhales sharply, and then suddenly turns around to look in a certain direction. Nanaba on lookout with Mike notices his sudden change in demeanor and asks,
What is it, Mike?
and suddenly Mike instructs and orders a scout on lookout next to Mike and Nanaba. Tomas, right out of here. Take 3 couriers. And then Tomas, he gasps. And notify the districts. And we get a zoom in on Mike's worried eyes, processing the situation.
He's like a dog. What is it, boy?
Titans.
Mike, he tells himself, the odds of there being any Titans hiding in the 104th Cadet Corps are low. Then Mike tightens his fist, his hand into a fist,
0.
and he continues to tell Tomas, we've got multiple Titans incoming from the south. Wall Rose has been compromised. And then we see off in the distance, shrouded by dust and smoke, a swarm of Titans approaching. Now back inside the waiting room, Sasha, she pleads.
Look, I'm not pulling your leg. I hear something.
And then Sasha and the others get startled when Nanaba, we see her, lands. She lands outside of the window. The window opens and Nanaba, she asks.
Is everyone here?
And a worried Krista, she asks.
What is it, Nanaba?
And then Nanaba, she quickly explains.
We've got company. Approximately 500 meters to the south and closing. Titans. Headed this way. There's no time to suit up in your ODM gear. I want everyone on a horse stat. Evacuate every home and settlement in the area. Get to it.
And then we see a very concerned and emotional Connie. He says,
The south? But that's...
and then Rhina, confused and almost looking flustered, he asks Bertold under his breath, did we know if the wall's really been breached?
Why are you whispering like that, buddy?
And now we see other scouts outside on horseback to carry out this sudden mission. Nanaba tells them as she prepares to leave via ODM gear.
Ride. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid lunch is going to have to wait.
And then we see Nanaba, she travels back to the top of the lookout next to Mike. Nanaba, she lands next to Mike, and he explains to her, 9 of them, and that's the warm up ahead. And then Nanaba tells Mike,
They must have broken through Wall Rose.
and we now see Connie, Sasha, Krista, Rhina, and the others all preparing their horses for travel. Now back at the lookout. Nanaba, she drops to one knee and she says,
Damn it. We never even got the chance to figure out what in God's name these things are. Now it's too late. Humanity is lost. This is the end.
but Mike and Nanaba, they both stare at the incoming swarm up ahead. But Mike tells Nanaba, like hell it is. We're not done. Not yet. A person only loses when they give in. Remember that. As long as we keep putting up a fight, we haven't been beaten.
I like that. I really like Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I really
I'm
do.
gonna be completely honest. I don't remember the McDonald's joke.
The McDonald's. Oh my gosh, I don't remember it either. He probably like said
Was that episodes ago?
smelling fries or something. That has to be when we first met Mike, when he was with Hanji in that one episode.
Jog my memory, please.
Although I bet that if he stay around, I know for a fact Irvin would have made him his successor. Oh,
I don't doubt that at
so he thinks that Irvin, if Mike wouldn't have died,
Uh-huh.
Irvin would have made Mike the
Spoiler alert.
We've warned them. You're still here. What? Instead of it being Hanji,
Yeah.
it would have been Mike.
Maybe.
I agree.
Interesting.
I would 100%.
Yeah.
I love Mike, but I also
What?
love
McDonald's joke?
Hanji.
McDonald's joke? I don't know. Maybe
I
Eddie
think he
can
smelled
enlighten
fries or
us.
something. Mike is legitimately like a dog. Like, I didn't realize it Because Nanaba was like, what is it, Mike? What is it, boy? What do you hear? What do you smell, boy?
I'm so lost. This is how jam-packed my brain is, full of just garbage.
The fact that none of us remember it. You've been doing so many of these.
He said that if he was in the real world, he would have gone around smelling stuff.
Oh, yeah. I think you said something like, if he was actually like present day, be like, McDonald's, 200 meters south. McDonald's, that way. Smell the fries.
McDonald's, 200 meters south.
Something like that.
I don't know.
Jack in the Box,
He'd be
150 meters
stuff
east.
nowadays. So much fast food.
How does he not smell?
Starbucks.
How does he not smell Monkey Boy? I'm sure Monkey Boy smells.
I think
Oh,
so.
he's going to smell him soon enough.
Maybe he smells like just the other Titans.
I know.
Who knows?
And then we have Nanaba just giving up immediately.
Banana.
After, like I mentioned before, after delivering that cheesy action movie line that, suit up, there's no time, sorry, but lunch is going to have to wait.
You're gonna have to wait.
And then, humanity is lost. We've given up, guys. That's it. We're done.
Oh. Titan's probably okay. Oh, I remember. Because I was talking about when I worked at Marie Callender's and how the trash can always smell so bad. Like
That's
that
what
is
you
probably
believe,
the
yeah.
worst stench ever.
Yeah.
That's probably what Titans smell like.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, Eddie. Wow.
Oh, that's a throwback.
yeah.
Wow.
Thank you for that.
Eddie, you're so loyal. Thank you.
Wow, thank you for that. Yeah, that was the ways ago. Yeah,
God,
and you know what? If that's what they smell like, bro, Mike is just like, damn, my gosh, yeah, we got a swarm of them.
I know. Yeah, there's 9 of them. Oh, there's 9 of them that way. Woo!
Bless you, Titan stench.
Yeah, it's that Titan.
Titan stench.
you know?
I tried to fight it. I couldn't fight it.
It's okay. Let's put up a good fight.
Oh no.
All right.
They come in threes.
So now Mike, he now leads everyone on horseback to carry out this mission. Bless you. Mike,
Stench.
he orders. The second the Titans reach the woods, we'll split up. I want 4 separate teams, recruits and soldiers alike in each unit. When I give the signal, we'll scatter in different directions simultaneously. Get the word out to the civilians. Do not engage the enemy. Which one of you is most familiar with the area? And Sasha, she answers.
Me. Sir, my hometown's just to the north of here. I know this region like the back of my hand. Connie, too. Go on, tell him.
And we see Connie just staring in deep thought and concern. Sasha asks him.
What's wrong?
And Connie answers.
My village. My village is to the south. That's where the Titans are coming from.
And Connie, he now tells Mike.
I can lead you to nearby settlements, but afterwards, let me go home. Please.
And Mike, he tells Connie. Very well. Guide the southern team, then go to your village. And Connie, he just affirms.
Yes, sir. The southern team.
And then Raina, he now tells Connie, I'll come with you. But Connie looks at Raina and tells him,
What? No, you're crazy. They'll be everywhere.
Raina tells Connie, you think I care? I was going to help you get anyway.
Yep, good job, Raina. The bipolar, he's got multiple personality,
I'm trying so hard to not expose myself.
I think I'm worried about Titans, bro. I'm the armor. I mean,
I gotta get to Annie. I was gonna help you get to Annie. Your village anyways.
Try that again. Let's do a rewind, just like in this episode. All right. Connie looks at Raina and tells him,
Oh, we're going back to me?
that far, yeah.
We rewound it.
I'm on
a little too
Gelger.
far.
What? No, you're crazy. They'll be everywhere.
And Raina tells Connie, you think I care? I was going to help you get anyway, wasn't I? Did I write it correct?
I
I
don't
was gonna
think you
help
did.
you get anyway.
I was gonna help you get there anyway.
I was gonna
You
help
think I care? I was going to help you get there anyway, wasn't I?
Line.
No.
Come on.
Line.
We see Raina, he now turns his attention to Bertold. What about you? You coming?
Me and my bestie go everywhere together.
And Bertold answers, of course. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh, they're so cute together.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
And then we see they all continue to ride together, and Nanaba, she tells everyone.
Oh, that's definitely me. As you've guessed, today marks the darkest hour in humanity's history. Look sharp. If ever we needed to give our all, that time is now. Don't lose your heart.
And then suddenly Gelger, he shouts out.
They've breached the woods. The enemy is on top of us.
And we see nearby Titans approaching. Mike orders, scatter now! Ride for everything you're worth! And we see the soldiers all separate into their teams and formations. The approaching Titans, they stop. For the moment. They process. And then suddenly, they accelerate and they start sprinting towards the soldiers. Mike takes notice and says, no, they're coming at us full tilt. And Connie, he notices and he says, huh? Holy shit! And a worried Mike watches and screams out, Gelger, take charge of the southern team. And Gelger, watching Mike heading directly for the incoming swarm, Gelger says, understood. But a female soldier asks Gelger,
Tell me he's not using himself as bait.
and a male soldier tells Gelger, I'll go with him. I can help. But Gelger orders,
Stay where you are. We can't spare any more soldiers. Give him some credit. That man's skills are only second to the Captain Levi himself. Whoa. He'll make it back alive. Count on it.
yeah,
Improv.
got it. And then we see Mike ride, and then we see the other characters ride. Mike, he advances on ODM gear now, and we see him advancing towards the Titans. Mike swiftly navigates his way around the Titans, slices one nape, and then flies up to an advantage point. He latches his wire to an unsuspecting Titan's back, and Mike, with his powerful yell, prepares a fatal strike. To be continued.
Bum, bum, bum.
Halfway
And
point.
yes, I did, Eddie. You bet your sweet baby I did.
Little Man. I know that song from Robin Big, not from Little Man. I don't know what Little Man is.
Little Man's the movie, I believe, with Marlon Wayans, right? From the Wayans brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
Bet your sweet
I was
yes,
watching
yes,
Robin
oh.
Big.
All right, let's get into some final thoughts, guys. I don't know how much longer these cameras have.
And if you guys have any final thoughts, put them in the chat,
Surprise.
please.
Yeah, I think it's because we had the wide shot on for so long while we were doing preparation and everything.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
So, alrighty.
I agree.
So talking about this now, obviously, Rhina again is being very suspicious. We see certain little things, where again it's like,
did you do that?
yeah,
Who did that?
exactly.
Did I need to do that?
Oh, yeah, the whole, do we know that the wall's been breached?
Yeah,
Did I need to do that?
We, as in you three. Do you three know? Because
who else?
Rhina,
Who else would it be?
Rhina's
Annie?
looking. Rhina and Barretold are looking at each other like, you're here.
Yeah,
And Annie
You're
is
here, and I'm here, and she's there.
yeah. Who else is
did
here?
that?
who's who? There's no way.
Yeah. What?
And all you hear in the distance is,
There's a
Jungle
reason why.
Boogie. Jungle Boogie. Well, Zeke's just Jungle Boogie.
Oh, yeah, he's with his
freaking ab
lank-
gut.
his lank- I know he has abs, but he has a gut. Hey, you get that if you don't breathe when you do abs. So just like you guys want to get that Beast Titan physique.
I like that, Eddie, talking about how the actual ending, the episode right there, would be a pretty decent ending to the episode itself.
I know we should
Yeah.
just make episodes now. We should be the new creators.
Yeah, that's why we do it, guys. That's why we make the halfway point
In
there.
reality, all it is just a little intermission.
Yeah,
part
that's where
it's
the
just like,
commercial would be.
all right, we'll just stop there. Yeah, that's a good place to stop.
Take 5.
But yeah, I mean, this has got to be tough for Connie having this realization that you have a swarm of Titans coming from the south, and you would think, oh shit, they passed through the south, which means they passed through my village,
Yeah,
right?
like they're coming from
Everyone's
village.
dead.
You would think everybody's dead.
I mean, knowing what
Right.
we know, they didn't necessarily come from the wall through the village. They
Or the
they are the village. Spoiler.
yeah, it's tough.
They are the village.
Again, I want to talk about my guy Mike here, man. I mean, I like
Mike's
what
so
it was Eddie, right, who said that the fact that like, man, if this guy was still alive, this guy would probably be
would've
the
been such a
predecessor,
Yeah, I
big
like
role.
that.
the successor to Commander Irvin, right?
Think about how that.
Second only to Captain Levi.
I know what.
Honestly, if he had stuck around, I could already see Irwin dying, Bacon Armin, and then everyone's
Bacon
like,
Armin.
everyone's like, you can carry my torch, bring back this boy. Like Irwin being like, basically save Armin, Mike will take over for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, do you think Mike would be if he's the one who's making a decision? Do you think that Well, I mean, I guess thinking about it,
Well, I'm saying
Irvin kind of forced
Irvin could have been
the
like,
hand, right?
Irvin could have been like, that's
Yeah.
an order.
Yeah.
Like save him.
I know what you're saying.
You
yeah.
carry on me.
Trying to think of like, devil's
legacy.
advocate here. Like, would Mike be willing to go ahead and give it to, or would he just decide like, no, and he just like immediately inject
Just jabs him.
Irvin?
Bitch, shut up. You're coming
He
back.
smells burnt. Give it to him.
So we thought you messed with the camera angle or
Yeah,
something.
I got
He did that.
scared. Like this one. God.
Did you see the camera just?
I was.
Oh, there goes Lex.
Great.
Yeah, but I mean, just- my guy Mike went ahead and he got dealt a bad deck of cards here.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
It sucks because thinking about
Attack on Titan has a
the story,
Potential.
the story going forward, and how many times I think that he would really, play a big part in certain moments. What does Eddie have to say now?
crazy how he's the second strongest and the tallest, where Levi is the shortest and is the strongest.
And the strongest, yeah. Well, I think with Levi too, what gives him the edge is how freaking quick and agile he is.
Yeah. Don't worry, I got you, Eddie. I know what you meant.
No, I'm gonna look up how.
Eddie, just so you know, we still need to know your answer, buddy, on what Titan you want to.
We gave
train
you a
for.
whole hour to think.
No, we're still waiting here, buddy.
How tall do you guys think Mike is?
Mike is 6'2",
No, Mike is like
6'4".
Mike is like maybe barely 6 feet.
You think?
Yeah.
How the hell do you just know this shit?
I knew it,
Really?
right? 6'2", right?
6'2".
What the heck?
How much have you played that
Because
game?
he's the host. It's because he's the host. He needs to know all things.
Because Mike is my guy.
No, Mike is really cool.
Why am I not voicing Mike?
Because you're
'Cause
Gelger.
Mike
You
is
don't understand
his
that?
guy. He just said.
But we know what happens.
And
We need to keep the trend alive.
yeah, the trend will be alive, or I should say lack thereof. Once we get to Utgard, or the castle, I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah, the castle.
You can't give these guys hope. If I don't voice them, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he lives."
Well, maybe. You don't know.
No, AJ's voiced plenty of people who've died.
Yeah. But you voiced everybody that died.
Everyone
Yeah.
I
It
voice
just
dies.
happens-
No,
that
that's not
everyone-
true. You have some characters that are still alive.
Yeah.
Only
Great,
one.
I have Jean.
Only one is
Yeah.
Jean. Connie. See? There we go.
Yeah, Connie. Meanwhile, I'm over here with
Oh shit!
spoiler. I have Sasha
Yeah. You have Hanji, though.
and Nanaba.
Yeah.
Banana.
Banana.
You have Mobile and Gelger, who are the ones who bite the dust eventually. All right. Do we have any more final thoughts here, guys?
Any of
play
you guys
chess.
have any final thoughts?
Eddie, do you want to play me in chess?
What?
You got games on your phone?
Yeah, so Eddie, whenever you get a chance, buddy, just message us on Instagram because we're getting to a close here. If it doesn't come in, your response, your answer to the poll.
Yeah, you can always DM us.
Yeah, just DM us.
Any of you guys can DM us if any of you
we'll
want
know.
to,
Exactly.
For those of you listening after the fact on Spotify, on YouTube, what's up? We also didn't really talk about the fact that this is like our face reveal that's going to actually be on the internet for people to access whenever they want now.
Yeah,
They can look at our faces whenever they want now. Was this what you expected us to look like?
Eddie knows. Eddie
He
knew
said
too.
he's not that tall. How tall are you?
He's 6'2", actually. He's not that tall. Yes. I would love
Yeah,
to
he's
see
not
more
that
Mike.
tall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all for the more Mike content.
I mean,
I think I'm tall.
So Zach,
6'3".
Zach's out here at
Zach's taking that
6'2",
to heart.
6'3".
Zach is like
Zach's
6'2",
6'3",
Yeah.
6'3" and a half.
Okay, 6'3".
Okay.
That's a stretch.
Got measured.
What platforms you wearing, bud?
Slide on Vans.
Let's say I'm
It'll come in.
5'9".
It's good that the
Yeah.
bottom of your shoes are
I can put it
clean.
in
Gotta
your
say, you should
camera.
look way
Slip on
taller.
Vans.
I'm 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, Eddie, think about it. Get back to us, of course.
I mean, the Colossal's available.
Yeah, the Colossal's available.
Colossal, Founding, Cart.
Yeah, and if we're talking about just Titan,
Founding's pretty cool, though.
if you want to be
AJ,
the
you're
Rod
not allowed
Rise
to be the
Titan,
Beast Titan. You have to be the founding Titan because
I have to be the founding
you came up with the podcast.
because I'm the host here.
You're stuck with the founding.
What? We literally got to choose.
I know.
Why wouldn't he get Beast?
Because he made it. It's his idea. He founded this.
Yeah,
So am I chilling up there with
You can just be Ymir.
Ymir? At some point, I'll get up there with Ymir. Not now.
think
though.
about it. Yes, think about it. Think about it, sir.
I'm still
He said
beasting it up
6'2"
right
is
now.
not that tall.
You know.
It's incredibly
still
tall
dolphining around.
for Japanese standards. But in terms of our standards, because we're all athletes, not that tall.
I could be the Attack Titan.
My friends are
Can't
like
be the Attack Titan. BDennis's.
6'7".
I could just see myself. Rawr.
Okay.
I don't know.
I honestly think the founding Titan, because I'm thinking about what's her name? Something Fritz.
Yeah.
Her founding Titan looked pretty freaking cool.
Ooh.
Eddie has made his decision.
You and Boggs got to fight.
Yeah, you and Boggedoregon are gonna have to train hard for that one.
Yeah, you and Boggedoregon are gonna have to fight for that
We're
one.
gonna make you guys play rock paper scissors.
So we got the good old
Sudden death.
the Rhina versus Marcel training arc here, right?
Or you can do the founding, like Aaron's giant founding Titan. The season 4
Yeah, I'll just
founding
do that.
Titan.
I'll just be that for sure. I'll just go
That'd be
ahead and I'll
terrifying.
just let the hair down, and then I'll just be
Yeah.
the founding scary looking Titan.
Yeah,
that's
the
just there.
giant-
Into the camera,
one.
AJ.
Yeah, look into your cam.
Yeah, I'm just there for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, he let the hair out, guys. You guys got to see his hair. He was going Johnny Depp trial.
A mega pint.
Justice for Johnny.
A mega point.
A mega point. Yes, I can feel it.
Objection. Hearsay.
That's hearsay, is it not? Your favorite word.
All right. So I think we're done here, guys.
I can
Right?
sit here quoting that all day.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that means that wraps up our first stream. That wraps up part 1 of season 2,
Our
episode 1,
Stream.
Beast Titan. Thank you guys that joined us here. Remember, guys, new episodes will be streamed live every Sunday on Twitch, and if the streaming schedule changes by any chance to a different day, we will most definitely update you all. If you want to check out the episodes at a later date, remember, guys, episodes will be available every Thursday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your audio podcasts.
Yeah, anywhere.
And you can also watch the
Available on all of
episode
it.
on Twitch as well as on YouTube. And if you guys are currently watching on YouTube and this is Thursday, then do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so that you guys will be notified whenever we post new episodes. Make sure to check out that link tree that Lexi created.
Okay, never mind. Eddie picked his...
Not that ugly.
Haha, bro, no, I'm not that ugly.
Terrifying little bit. The colossal wouldn't be that bad. Everything from its steam rush disappearing into thin air. Don't forget about that.
I like
So
it.
we
It's been
have
made now.
Eddie as
Eddie is our
Colossal.
colossal.
Yes.
There we go. We got pretty much the title.
So we're
Happy to
missing-
have you on the
We
team.
need a founding titan.
We need a cart.
We need a founding and a cart.
Yeah.
And we do the
need a
carts.
cart?
Oh, the carts don't always look that ugly, do they?
No, there's some that we've seen that are humanoid. There's some that almost take like a animal type of look. Remember?
Okay.
So
Again, there could be a more animalistic
Now it's time for me to do
cart.
this.
yeah. While you're looking at the research, again, let's talk about the link tree here. Link tree is something that Lexi created that is super helpful.
Yes, makes life so much easier for us
exactly.
and you.
Yeah, and that link tree will also be available in the episode description as well as our Instagram profile page. Make sure to follow us at Attack the Talk Podcast on Instagram for all of your updates, which you guys were updated today. And thank you guys again for being a part of this. Eddie, thank you so much. Eddie says, yes, I'm subscribed to you guys on YouTube. I have quite the video coming tomorrow. All right, somewhat
Ooh.
cringe, but it's the first time for everything. Yeah.
It's okay. We thought we were, we still think that we're cringe. So
Yeah. Just keep doing your thing, Eddie. Keep putting content out there as we will be doing the same. And yeah, so YouTube is something that we will be on very, very quickly.
don't be afraid to be creative and do your passions and,
These make me uncomfy.
Some of the carts.
It's a furry.
Yeah, there's one that's a wolf
Ooh,
look.
I like those.
And the
Yeah.
other one
There's like a
is,
wolf head and
is
then
that like a
there's
deer or something?
Yeah, it's like a
I'm
deer.
just gonna use.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Hey, can we see your tabs open? Your search history, dude. Your search history. Make sure there's nothing on there.
Shit.
Trying to save you from embarrassment right now. No. Hey,
real
watch that
quick.
search history.
Back real quick. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Coming through now. Yeah. Who knows? So now we got to focus on
Don't
Lex
look at my
again.
search history.
There you go.
Let's focus
okay.
on Lex.
Meanwhile, we'll just...
Oh, thanks.
Once we get focused on that.
You got to do the focus one, not the zoom one. All right. This is how it'll be now, guys.
So Lexi's blurred.
Maybe it'll do it eventually. It's okay. I'm in a dream. I'm in a dream sequence. We're breaking the fourth wall here.
Zach broke Lex. Also, while you're fixing that, Eddie also messaged saying that I'll be starting a new account on Instagram since my OG accounts got banned. I will get back to shouting you guys out again.
Oh, no, you don't have to, but of course, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, Eddie. And we'll continue to shout out, your creative work, Spread the love. I almost said the quote too early.
Yeah. So while we continue on here, guys, let's talk about some merch talk here. In our link tree, we have a link to AnimeCrunch where it will take you guys to their online store, and you can browse. You can browse through all their different anime merch. You can purchase the items that catch your guys' eyes. And there was also a Fandomion link in our link tree.
Yes.
Remember that Lexi has a promo code for you guys to use at Fandomion. Use that promo code Lex at Fandomion. Let Lexi help you guys out, and you guys can help Lex by using that promo code LEX. That is promo code LEX at Fandomion. Click that link, and it will send you straight to their online store.
Appreciate it, guys.
Also, guys, in our link tree, we have an ArtofCesar link that will send you straight to his Etsy store. You can browse through his many, many amazing artwork and purchase the art that is your guys' favorite. Remember to use that link tree, the link that is in that link tree, or you guys can go ahead and follow him at his Instagram at ArtofCesar. Excuse me, that is at art_of_Caesar_ on Instagram. Thank you guys all again for the continuous support. Keep spreading that word, and shout out to you loyal listeners. Lexi wants to go ahead and show off some of the art from Caesar.
We did show it off before, but obviously that stream didn't save. So this is my Christmas gift. If you guys know where this is from,
Might want to back it up
love
a little
you
bit again. Show it off, Lex.
I'm trying to maneuver it. I have to come out with it. And then
You want some help?
Yeah. Is it too high?
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Very cool. See, this is something that Caesar literally drew up,
This is the original. They
and
can't hear me.
OG.
yeah, it's
Lexi
great.
said that is the original.
It is.
Yeah.
Super cool. That is Tomi or Tomie, not sure how you pronounce it, from the Junji Ito
Yeah.
mangas.
Zach, if
and
you want to
again,
go ahead and
that's
show
all
off some of the
original.
stuff that we have here as well.
Yeah.
From
I gotta stand up.
And he does, stuff that's more than just anime related. He does, all kinds, video game related, super, like Marvel, DC related. Speaking of,
and there we have Venom that Caesar drew up, something that I purchased.
and the back of it is showing on AJ's. See, look, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
see, actually, it's
you got the front and the
here's the
back
thing.
showing.
I went ahead and I purchased this online at his Etsy store, and then when this got delivered to me, Caesar literally just gave me a little extra Venom in the back, and then
He's that nice.
Like Carnage.
and in the back of it, that's Venom, bro.
That's
You
Venom.
can tell by
That's Venom.
the tongue and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
That's Venom.
But so behind the little sample is a nice little message that Caesar wrote for me. We don't have to get into the message, but yeah, I mean, Caesar's such an awesome dude. We would appreciate if you guys went out and supported him. You guys can go ahead and look at his Instagram, and that is ArtofCesar. That is in our links. You guys can go ahead and check out his content that he has. Go to his Etsy store. Check out the stuff that he has available. And if there's something that maybe you guys want to go ahead and get made custom, reach out to him.
Do commissions. Just
You know,
go ahead and talk to the man.
reach out to him and message him and let him know that you guys want to go ahead and purchase some art from him. See if he has this and this available, if you can draw this and this, and let him know that Attack the Talk sent you.
Ooh, I like what Eddie said. You guys need to check out the funny Beast Titan with the bunny head. I'm pretty sure we have, haven't we?
I think so, yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
talked about it in relation to. You guys are wondering what that little grid is behind AJ. That's our rabbit.
Yeah, we have
Our
a
rabbit
little
is
Beast
in
Titan
there. If you hear stomping around, that's our rabbit. It's our little Beast Titan.
Yeah.
He looks adorable unintentionally, haha. And I saw some stuff in Fandomion. Can't wait to get some dope AOT merch.
Oh, hell
Thank
yeah,
you, Eddie.
Yeah.
Make sure you click our link and use code LEX.
Yeah, I hope you use that,
Get
that
10%
promo code.
off.
Anything helps, guys.
Thank you so much.
Anything helps.
Thank you so much for using that code.
Yeah, and exactly.
Really appreciate it.
Use that code. Not only does Lexi want to help you guys out with any sort of discount, but you guys are helping Lexi out
Helps
by
me
using
out
that
too.
code. So thank you, Eddie, for looking at it and seeing some stuff that you can't wait to get. Yeah.
Didn't realize how zoomed out I was now. You can actually see my stomach. I should not be slouching. I just realized how zoomed out I was.
All right. With all that being said, guys, just thank you guys again so much.
I noticed I immediately sat up. Like, anyways.
So shout out to you loyal listeners again.
I'm a cop of JoJo sweater from Fandomion. Okay, Marco, do your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, they have more than just Attack on Titan. They have more than just...
Marco, make the comment.
They have more than just anime merch, you guys. They have, pretty much anything and everything they have. So check it out, guys.
Yeah.
I don't
Click the link in our link tree
I didn't
and
get mine from Fandomion,
code LEX.
but
A lot of the stuff I got in here was from either AnimeCrunch or Fandomion.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff that you see, stuff behind you, I believe I got from AnimeCrunch.
You gotta
banners.
you gotta rep the merch. You gotta have it. Considering I'm not
I
wearing.
have
it
an
today.
overhaul up here, little Funko Pop that I got from AnimeCrunch. There's a couple different stuff.
I have
Super Rocky stuff.
I have a Death Note banner that's not here right now, but
Yeah, different stuff that I got over here from either AnimeCrunch or from Fandomion. So again, guys,
I got
check it out.
quite a few hoodies from Fandomion. I should start wearing them. Maybe when it starts cooling off.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your summer, guys.
it's heating up.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So now continuing on here as we close. Remember, guys, look out for future Spotify Q&As and for future poll questions on our Spotify and on our Instagram.
Yes.
Your
Love to
feedback
hear
is
from you
needed
guys.
and very much appreciated. Cannot stress that enough, guys, how much we appreciate your guys' responses. Now just doing the live streams and having you guys just interacting with us live.
It's surreal.
We appreciate it so much. And it makes us doing these podcast episodes that much more fun. And this is all stuff that, again, we're fans first and foremost of Attack on Titan.
Of
and this
course.
is something that we love to do.
We were
This is
just
a
some
passion-
fans just putting the mic in front of us.
Yeah, this is a passion project of ours. And to have other friends like you guys join us on this adventure, it is special. It means a lot to us. And I hope you guys know that. And your guys' support obviously does not go unnoticed. It's,
No, not at all. Thank you guys so much.
means so much to us.
Really
Very,
appreciate
very,
it.
very, very, very much
Bottom
appreciated.
of my heart. Thank
I like
you.
having stuff to talk about,
Yeah.
specifically when it involves you guys.
So shout out to the Core 4. Shout out to our listeners.
You guys for being so loyal.
Yeah.
Even with just this surprise late night live stream,
Yeah.
we still have you guys joining. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it means a lot to us. It does, because none of us expected to do this second stream.
No, it wasn't part of the plan, but
I found out at about 4 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
And I was
I mean,
like,
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is all just kind of like going through our learning curves here, and obviously we're gonna get better as we continue on with these episodes.
Oh, hope you guys had a great Memorial Day, by the way.
yeah.
You guys have a good
today.
night.
I like it. You guys have a good night.
Means good night in Japanese.
Kanbanwa. Yeah. Good night. Good night, Eddie. If you're taking off, buddy. Appreciate
Buenos
you
noches.
joining us. And buenas noches. There you go.
Yeah.
And good night to you too, buddy. Yeah.
Hey, dude.
So I think we're ready to get out of here. So with all that being said, guys, to my OT family, of course, stay safe. Don't forget to spread love, positivity in this crazy world that we live in. What is the saying, Lex?
We hate, but we love.
Yes, we very much love. There's so much hate in the world nowadays, and
We love you guys.
I don't understand the reason behind it. But there are people who like to just give out hate. But for us, we want to just spread the love, and that's just what it's about.
Continue to spread love. I know how cruel the world can be, and it, doesn't make you motivated to spread that love, but we appreciate if you just continue to spread that love.
Yeah, try to have a positive outlook.
Love.
It's tough a lot of times, but
Good karma and all that.
Yeah, exactly. With all that being said, guys, I hope you guys know that Tax Talk loves you, and we're just so thankful again just for you joining us, and we're excited for future episodes that we're gonna go ahead and be doing.
Tune in, guys.
Yeah, we hope you guys all had.
Thank you for bearing with us.
Yeah, hope you guys had a nice Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. You guys stayed
and
safe.
For those of you that are going to be watching and listening on Thursdays, we hope you guys enjoy the rest of the week. And we hope you guys have a good weekend. And we will see you guys next time.
Stay safe.
So with all that being said, goodbye, OT fam.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.